What's up, ninjas? Welcome to Yoga with Dojo Cat. I'm Kat. I'm a brown belt and coach in Bang Muay Thai, a blue belt in infrared Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I'm certified to teach yoga. Today's flow, I'm not sure how long it's gonna be. I won't know until I'm editing it, but it's gonna be kind of a core and strength flow. So let's just get into it. So we're just gonna begin in easy pose, cross-legged position, ground down evenly in your sit bones. Oh, I'm gonna sit right in the light. I'm just gonna Look how pale my skin is. I need the darkness. Okay, so ground down evenly in your sit bones. If this isn't comfortable, feel free to go onto your knees. Nice deep breath into the belly. Just preparing yourself for the workout to come. And we'll start with some neck circles, just rolling all the way in one direction. And then the other, just feeling out all the clicks. Okay, and then we'll go to our wrists next, so circling in one direction. And then the other. Lastly, we'll roll our shoulders out. So we'll just bring our shoulders up and just touch your thumb to the top of your shoulders and start at the top. And then we're just going to come down and then wide and meet at the top again. All the way down, up, like we got wings on our... I was gonna say like we have wings on our chest, but that doesn't make sense. Okay, and then we'll go the other direction. So coming up from the bottom. Okay, let's come forward. I'm sorry, I did no-gi and kickboxing today, so I feel a little tired and sore today. Okay, we're gonna go into dolphin pose. So stack your elbows directly underneath your wrists, come onto your toes, and then you're just gonna walk your toes towards yourself so your body makes an A shape. And just relax your head. So we're gonna come into a dolphin flow. So we're just going to shift into plank and then come back up. So inhale into plank, exhale into dolphin. One more set. And you can come down onto your knees into a tabletop position, stacking those wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we'll go into a bird dog. So send your right leg out behind you and your left arm in front of you. Lift that leg up, take a nice big breath in, and on your exhale, just touch your elbow to your knee. Inhale, long, exhale, contracting. And come back down to the center. We'll go to the other side. So extend that left leg up behind you, right arm in front of you. Lift that leg up, nice big breath in, and exhale, touching that elbow to that knee. And come back to stillness. So we'll drop down onto our bellies now. Bring your hands down by your hips and we'll go into locust pose. So you can just rest your head on the mat for now. Take a nice big breath in as you lift your chest and your legs off the mat. can just look down at the mat in front of you. And lower back down. Okay, we'll go into bow pose from here. Bunny, you're kind of in my space here. She doesn't know anything about boundaries. So, going into bow pose. So just pick your heels up towards your bum, and you can just lift your chest up again. If this is as far as you can go, that's fine. If you're able to, just grab onto the top of that foot one at a time. And then from here, you'll just push, kick your feet into your hands, and lift up. And you'll find as you breathe, you move like the bow of a boat on the ocean. And you can release your feet, put your hands on the mat, lift yourself up, stuck your knees directly underneath your hips, extend your arms out in front of you, and we'll lower ourselves into puppy pose. Okay, you can press up, curl your toes, and lift your tailbone to the sky for downward facing dog. You can pedal your feet out, getting some motion, turning your hips over. And then find stillness, trying to melt your heels to the mat, relaxing your head in between your biceps. Inhale your right, I don't have a lot of space here. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, bring your foot in between your hands, pivot your back foot so that it's parallel to the front of your mat, and rise up into warrior two. So gaze nice and long, pressing that knee outwards, making sure that knee isn't going over top of your toes. Relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. You can bring your hands to your hips, and from here you're going to turn your toes so that they're both kind of facing out at an angle. I'm just going to turn to face the camera here so you can see. So your toes are kind of at a 45-degree angle here, hands on your hips, and you're going to sit down into goddess pose. So in this pose you can keep your hands at heart center or on your hips if you like. The key in this pose is making sure that the weight is in your heels and that you're tucking your tailbone underneath. So if you have a tendency to like poke your bum out, just tuck it underneath. It's better for the core, helps protect that lower back. Okay, you can straighten those legs, pivot your left foot so that it's kind of facing straight on, and then turn your right foot so that it's facing the front of your mat. We're gonna go into warrior three, so ground into that right foot and just press off that back foot. I'm just gonna move back into the light now. Life's all about adjustments, right? Okay, so ground into that foot, lift off, and then extend your arms overhead for balance. So just trying to get that leg parallel to the mat. If you're struggling with balance, just find something on the floor in front of you to focus on. For an extra challenge, you can close your eyes if you like. One more big breath. And you can lean back. We'll go back into warrior two. But right away, we're gonna straighten that front leg, shift forward, and lower ourselves down into triangle pose. Just resting that right hand on that right shin and looking up at your left hand. You're gonna feel a nice big stretch in your left side and also in your calf and hamstring on that right leg. Rise back up and right away reverse your triangle. Bring your arms back down to that T position, and we're going to turn our back foot so that our toes are facing in the same direction. If you need to adjust your front foot so you can lunge a little deeper, you're welcome to do that. So make sure again that knee isn't going over top of those toes. Inhale those hands up for a crescent lunge. Bring your left hand down to the mat and then open up for a twist. Okay, you can plant that hand, press off of that left foot to bring your hands together. Inhale, root to rise for mountain. And swan dive down for forward fold. If you need to bend your knees in this position, you're welcome to. If you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, you can wrap your arms around the back of your legs just to pull yourself forward, using your thighs to kind of support your upper body. Inhale, halfway lift. And forward fold. Plant those hands to the mat, step back into downward facing dog. And we have all that work to do on the other side. So inhale your left leg to the sky, and then exhale, bring that foot in between your hands, and then pivot your back foot. I have a cat in the way, so I'm just gonna have to adjust here. Pivot that right foot so that it's parallel to the front of your mat. You know what, I'm just gonna turn here. All right, so warrior two. Hands on your hips or at heart center, whatever you like. And you can just turn those toes so they're both facing that 45-degree angle, and then sink down into goddess pose. I challenge you to go a little bit lower this time. If you're shaking, that's a great thing. One more big breath. And straighten your legs. Turn your left toes so they're facing the front of your mat, and we're gonna press off with our back foot into warrior three. So grounding into that left foot, bringing that right leg parallel, extending your arms out in front of you to help you with your balance. Balancing poses are great for core, because you need a really strong core to help you in those, stay stable in those positions, right? Okay, you can tilt back, open it back into warrior two, Straighten that leg, shift forward, lower yourself for triangle. Looking up at your right hand. Okay, reverse your triangle. You can rest your hand on your back thigh or take a bind, wrapping it around your lower back. Come back into triangle. Turn your right toes so they're facing the same direction as your left toes. If you need to adjust to get a deeper lunge, you can do that. And then inhale those hands up for crescent lunge. Don't forget to relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. You can bring your right hand to the mat and then open up for a twist. Okay, you can plant those hands to the mat, push off. Oh, sorry, honey. Sorry. Push off. Inhale, root to rise for mountain pose. And swan dive down into forward fold. Keep moving. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Okay, you can plant those hands to the mat and step back into plank. And from here, we're actually just going to go into one-handed tiger. So pick up your right leg, keep that knee bent, and then you're going to sweep your left hand behind you and grab onto the inside of that foot and just kick that foot into your hand. You'll feel this in your quads and get a nice little back bend at the same time here. And gently release that knee and hand back to the mat, and we'll go to the other side. So picking that left knee up, keeping it bent, sweeping that right hand behind you, grabbing onto the inside of that foot, and then kicking into your hand. And release your hand and foot and knee back to the ground. Okay, you can sit on your bum, send your legs out in front of you. So just pick your right foot up, bring it over top of your left knee. Inhale those hands up, and on your exhale, we'll just twist over to the right, hooking that right elbow onto that right knee and just looking over your right shoulder. Release the twist, straighten that leg out in front of you, and we'll go to the other side. So bringing your left foot over top of that right knee, inhaling, hands up to the sky, and exhaling to bring your right elbow behind your left knee and looking over your left shoulder. And release the twist, straighten that leg out. And we're just going to extend our arms and lower ourselves one vertebrae at a time till we're on our backs. And then we'll bring our knees up, reach in between them to grab onto the outside of our foot and just pull your knees into your armpits for happy baby. And if you like, you can get some rocking motion going going here so you can massage your lower back into your mat. And you can release your feet down to the mat. I will just sit up in easy pose. I'm just gonna shift over. There we go. All right, that's it. Thanks so much for joining me. Let me know what you thought of this flow. Like, subscribe. I'd love to have you in my little club. Join me in the dojo. Let's go. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Os.